Hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast. No more excuses. I am Sandi Ballard, your host. And yes, the badass business coach. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing and caring enough about you, yourself, and your personal and professional growth to be here. Thanks to Sophia in Canada for reaching out and following me on Instagram. And again to Nicole, the badass in Rhode Island, for listening. She listens in her car and then she'll share it on her Instagram story and tags me. And I love it. I really appreciate that. And you know what, Nicole? Thanks for believing in yourself so much that you messaged me and you committed to a business conference next year. You bought tickets. That's badassness. Who else out there believes in themselves enough to invest in themselves a year ahead? Yes. All right. So, how did the rest of you do last week? How did you do being nicer to yourself and honest with yourself? Learning to own your shit show and stop passing blame. Friday, I have most Fridays regularly for years. I have my coffee with my God, I think he's 88 now. 88-year-old boyfriend. He's amazing. His name is Marion. He's a freaking rock star. And I don't even know how we got in that conversation, but obviously it was along the lines of the theme of the week of being nicer to yourself and saying nicer things to yourself in the mirror, right? Somehow I said something about looking old and how the camera and the mirror tell different stories. And he leaned over and said, "You are what you tell yourself." This is amazing, but it's nothing that I or we don't know, but it's a good reminder. And I thought it was very timely considering the podcast theme of the week, and then when I was leaving our meeting, he came over, gave me a hug and said, you go tell your mirror that you are the best. And I just smiled and that just made my day. I mean, isn't that awesome? So, I'd like to hear more from you guys. What you've told yourself, what you've admitted to hiding behind, deflecting blame. Okay? Post here, email me sballard@growingforward.biz. And now that you're learning to catch yourself, owning your shit, what's next? Practicing telling an honest story, right? How can you work on what you won't face? I was not always the best at time management, but once I realized that shit was crazy with, if any client wanted to reschedule or something came up that I had to change things, it took me forever to figure out how to, because my calendar was just a mess. I was not managing my time well. Once I realized that, I found some webinars. I listened to my online coaching, some sessions on there about time management. And I tried different things until I found what worked for me. All right? And I didn't always know how to keep my weight under control until I found some help. I learned how to count my calories. And now I own it. If I eat like crap or exceed my calories, it's on me. I'm not going to blame my friend who asked me to lunch at La Hacienda because I can't stop drinking their queso. I'm going to own it. It's my decision. I could have had a salad or just one taco, right? And sometimes I do. But we've got to be nicer to ourselves. We've got to be honest and stop hiding behind what is going on wrong and not facing it. I'm not saying that you don't already own it, right? But you've got to learn to fix it, develop what you want, whatever and however you want to refer to it. Just friggin' do it. And I'm not saying I don't love who I am. I totally do. And I'm not assuming you don't love or appreciate who you are. But it's just a matter of, like last week, I was reminding you to check yourself, to be nicer to yourself about anything you aren't fully in love with. Whether it's weight, hair, your memory, your creativeness, your overall fitness, your business, I would say acumen, but just where you are in your career, where you are in your business, and keep working on it. And it's also about not becoming complacent. Whoo! Think about that. And my friend Marion, 88 years old. Pretty sure he's 88. He could be 90. I've sort of lost track. How many 88-year-olds still pour concrete, still drive a Corvette, text message, Facebook, and make multi-million-dollar deals? He's never told himself that he can't, and he's never told himself any different than he's the best. He surrounds himself with his trusted advisors. Yes, he has a tribe, and I've met them. They're fucking rock stars. He's not complacent at all. He still goes to conferences. He still plays cards every Saturday, and he lives each day like there are thousands of more to come. He continues to learn and obviously teach. So, one of my favorite quotes, which is the image for today's podcast, you cannot fix what you will not face. James A. Baldwin. This week, continue to think about areas where you need improvement. Perhaps you've gotten complacent, hit a goal, and stopped working at it. Whether it's your weight, your strength, your mental healthness, the number of clients, a certain amount of income, whatever it is, however, how can you build upon the success you have or have had? What's next? All right? As I love to talk about goals and I help people achieve their goals, my next question to them is always, what's next? All right? I look forward to hearing from you. Again, sballard@growingforward.biz, or post here in the comments section wherever you are, unless you're driving, and then do it later. All right? I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great week. Cheers.